Hello everyone, my name is Aastha. I welcome you all to our classes for International English Olympiad for class 8th. Today is our 13th class in the series and we will be doing the topic of prepositions. It is a very interesting topic helping you to explain yourself better. We will be learning the meaning of prepositions, its various examples and then solving the questions as well. Alright, so let's get started.
तो आज का जो हमारा प्रेजेंटेशन है वो कैसे चलेगा कि सबसे पहले हम पढ़ेंगे अपना इंट्रोडक्शन कि प्रेपोजिशंस क्या होती हैं। उसके बाद हम प्रेपोजिशंस डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ प्रेपोजिशंस पे डिस्कशन करेंगे कि कहाँ प्रेपोजिशंस यूज होती हैं, कहाँ नहीं यूज होती हैं। ओके, देन हम इन सब चीज़ों के एग्जाम्पल्स करेंगे, फिर हम अपना एंड में जाके क्विज करेंगे। ऑलराइट, these will be the mock questions. So let's start with our first part, which is introduction. The first question that comes to our mind is, what are prepositions? Let's answer that first. So, इसके हिसाब से हमारी जो prepositions की definition आई वो है, so preposition means, now we have the meaning here, a preposition is a word which is used to show direction, location, time, to introduce an object, relates a noun, pronoun or noun phrase to other part of the sentence. Now as I told you कि जो words थे वो connect कर रहे थे, right? So they are relating what? Relating either a noun or a pronoun or noun phrase to the other part of the sentence. ठीक है? And action क्या कर रहे हैं ये? They are showing either direction or the location or the time or introducing an object. ठीक है? So अब इसके हम examples देखेंगे and तब ये meaning आपको और clear होगा. Okay. So prepositions क्या हैं? They are usually followed by a noun or but sometime pronoun or gerund also. Gerund क्या होता है? ing form of a verb. ये हम verbs में सीखेंगे. ठीक है? So noun या noun phrase, sometimes pronoun as well, या फिर gerund also. And the second rule is that if a sentence begins or ends with a preposition, it should be closely linked to another word. जैसे अगर whom did you speak to? Now this is ending in a preposition, right? So it will be closely linked to another word. Another word, it will be linked to speak. When you speak to somebody, right? इस तरीके से. So now let's move on to the next slide. Right, now we start off with the prepositions. We'll explaining each of them. Like here we have on. When is on used? When we have to designate any days of the week in dates. Like here we are saying, I will see you on Monday. Days, okay? So this is days of the week, Monday. Or suppose we have to say that I will see you on 22nd January. So that's again when we use on. Then which is used to name streets, roads, avenues, etc. Like I say, I live on 22nd Street. Okay. Then used to state surface of something. When we have to tell about something that is kept on the surface of something, stating its surface. So the books are kept on the shelf. All right. Next up we have, like here, on is used to specify any device or a machine, like the students are working on their laptops. So what are we signifying here? We are signifying any device or a machine, that's laptop. Used to specify the part of the body, any part of the body, like I'm hurt on my belly. So belly is a part of the body, so signifying it with on. Then we have used to talk about the state of something. The state of something, like the house is on fire. So what's the state of the house? It is on fire. Alright, so these are the different ways in which we can use on. Once we do the mock questions, it will be clearer to you. At. Now when is at used? When it is used to specify definite time. The train will reach station at specified time. बता रहे हैं हम कि एकदम 2 बजे पहुंच जाएगी ट्रेन. फिर the next usage could be used with a particular place. Example, people gathered at the park. एक particular place के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं हम, ठीक है? At the park. Here, used to point out any activity. जैसे example क्या है? I am good at dance. At. Okay, next up we have in. When is in used? Suppose we have to talk about some undefined time during a day or a month or a season, or a year. Like I will see you in the morning. So this is an undefined time during the day. We're not really specifying what exact time, just saying undefined time during a day. For example, if I say, I will meet you in summer. So again, that is undefined time during a year, like, a season it is. So that's when we can use in. And otherwise, when we have to specify the name of the location or place, like any cities, the towns, the states, the countries, the continents, etc. Like if you say my family lives in Sri Lanka, so talking about a country, used to specify any shape or color or size, like if I say she bought dresses in 2 colors, red and black. So we're specifying colors, right? That's when we can use in. Another way where you can use in is specifying any faith or views or interest or feelings, like a family believes in Hinduism. That's what? That's a faith. So believes in Hinduism. Alright. We can use in for an undefined time, for name, location or place, and for specifying shape, color or size, or specifying certain faith or views or interests or feelings. So the next example we have is of of. Now of is used to specify an amount or a number. For example, here I drank 3 cups. Here I'm sorry, it should be cups because it is plural. I must have mistyped it. Okay, so typing error, I'm sorry. I drank 3 cups of coffee yesterday. Then used to specify belongingness. That bag is of my little sister. Whom does it belong to? My little sister. So belongingness. 3 cups of coffee. 3. Amount or number we're telling. So of. Next up is with. Let's see where with is used. With is used to show a feeling or an emotion. Example here is Riya acted with confidence. So how did Riya act? She acted with confidence, feeling or emotion. Then indicating usage of something. How? Cook is cutting vegetable with knife. So the knife is being used to cut the vegetables by the cook. So usage. Next, could be indicate possession. People with less money are not always unhappy. So the people who have less money, people who possess less money. Here we are indicating possession. Okay. Okay, so a few more uses of with, like it can be used to indicate togetherness. Where like here she is going to the market with me, with, right? So together, both of us are going to be together. Then used to show understanding. You ask, do you agree with me? So this is sort of question on understanding, when this person understands or not. All right. Okay, next up we have over. When is overused, like to indicate something extending directly upwards from something. Like in the sense the plane flew over the building. So what is this sentence indicating? This plane is extending directly upwards from where? From the building. That's when we can use over. The next up we have used to express more than the estimated amount. Certain estimated amount, like here the price is over my expectation. So what is more than the estimated amount? The price. And which preposition are we using for it? Over. The price is over my expectation. Next up we have used to indicate a certain period of time, like a period of time in the sense my mom stayed with me for 2 years. So what is the period of time we are describing here? Over 2 years, something like around 2 years. Next up we have used to show some sort of a movement. Movement in the sense like his brother came over to my place. His brother came over, coming over is like, coming to visit. So this movement is movement to my place, to my house. All right, that's when we can use over preposition to indicate something extending directly upwards from something, or to express something more than the estimated amount, or to indicate a period of time, or to show some movement. All right. So the next example is of the preposition by. When is this used? First, it is used to talk about any means or methods. Let's see which ones. For example, we are going Delhi by airplane. Okay, by airplane. By, what is the method here? Airplane. Used to indicate closeness. Closeness of something. ATM is by the mall. ATM is near to the mall, so we can say by the mall. Used to tell who does something. Letter was delivered by the postman. So who did what? The postman delivered the letter. By. These are the various methods in which we can use by. Alright, so now the next preposition is into. Let's see when this preposition is used. It is used to indicate inside something. Like, he dived into the sea to save the drowning child. Into. मतलब sea के अंदर he dived inside. He dived inside the sea. So we use into. The sea to save the drowning child. Now, this was the first usage. Second usage could be used to show change in the state. Change in the state. How? Water changed into ice on freezing. Into ice. Water is the liquid form. Alright. This changed into a solid form of ice on freezing. So, she used to show the change in the state. Into. Next preposition is against. When is this used? It is used to show disagreement. When you don't agree with something. We should not do anything against the law. मतलब हमें लॉ के कुछ डिसएग्रीमेंट में नहीं करना चाहिए. So anything against the law. लॉ के अगेंस्ट, लॉ के डिसएग्रीमेंट में कुछ नहीं करना चाहिए. Not do. Another usage could be used to indicate something is touching something. Like Rohan is standing against the wall. Now here is wall. When a boy is, suppose he is leaning on the wall, we can say he is standing against the wall. When something is touching something, right? Next usage could be used to show prevention of something, when we are preventing something. Like he is vaccinated against polio. मतलब जो vaccination है which is given to prevent the occurrence of polio. So he is vaccinated against polio. All right. Now the next preposition is, the next preposition here is between. So where do we use between? It is used to indicate gap or space that separates two things. For example, Diya is standing between Jia and Riya. Diya, Jia, Riya. Diya जो है वो Jia और Riya के बीच में खड़ी है. Right, so a gap or space that separate two things. So Diya is separating Jia and Riya. Now let's move on to the next preposition, across. When is across used? Used to show movement from one side to another or from one place to another. For example, the sailor sailed across the sea. Across the sea. Movement from one side to another or from one place to another. ये sea है, okay? Although इतनी छोटी नहीं होती है sea, but this is, let's imagine this is the sea. So from this land to this land, the sailor sailed across. मतलब एक place से दूसरी place तक they sailed. Okay. Next usage could be used to indicate the opposite side of a road, river, line, etc. There is a big orchard across the river. Now this is a river and there is a big orchard. यहाँ पे there is something, suppose we say there are trees or things. So अगर ये हम यहाँ पे खड़े हैं and we are saying कि river के उस side है कुछ, okay? So there is something across the river, मतलब दूसरी place पे, okay? So the next one could be this. Is this first? Yes. Used to point out several parts of an area. Now school has several branches across the country. मतलब पूरी country जो है, ठीक है, उसके across there are various branches of the school. So all over the country, several parts of an area. We are pointing out several parts of an area by saying that school has several branches across the country. This is for across. Let's move on to the next preposition. So the next preposition to be understood is above. Above is used to point out higher place or position than something. Like the water in the dam rising above the marked line. For example, there is a vessel where we have the marked line in here. but the water level is rising above this mount line. So we will say the water in the dam rising above. इससे ऊपर चला गया ना? So we will say it is rising above the mount line. Next would be used to indicate something is greater than something in number or level of age. मतलब अगर कोई level में, age में, number में बड़ा है, जैसे this month the onion prices are above average. जो prices होते हैं onion के average prices उससे ज़्यादा हैं इस month के onion prices. Alright, so they are more than that. Other usage could be higher quality compared to something. For example, he loves his mother above all. सबसे ज़्यादा he loves his mother. So these are the examples where you can use above. Let's move on to the next preposition. So the next preposition is behind. Let's see where we can use behind. Used to point something at or towards the back of something. मतलब किसी के पीछे अगर कुछ है, like who is standing behind Riya? Riya के पीछे कौन खड़ा है? Then used to show progress, less progress. Important is less progress. Less progress or improvement compared to something or somebody. Compare कर रहे हैं और हम बता रहे हैं कि इसमें less in progress या less improvement हुई है. जैसे the train is running behind schedule. Scheduled नहीं, schedule होगा यहाँ पे. Behind schedule. जो schedule था उससे पीछे चल रही है train. Okay. Next could be used to indicate support of somebody. किसी का support. जैसे her parents are behind her decisions. ठीक है? Parents are supporting her decisions. They are behind her decisions. Next to. When can we use this preposition? Used to point out the position right behind somebody, right beside somebody, besides. Diya is sitting right next to Riya, right next to. दोनों साथ साथ बैठे हैं, Diya and Riya. So Diya is sitting right next to Riya. Next, used to show order or somebody or something. Used to show order of somebody or something. Example, next to maths, my favorite subject is science. मतलब सबसे पहले maths और उसके बाद science. So next to maths, maths के बाद मेरा favorite subject is science. Okay? Through. Through used to show passing of any kind of barrier. जैसे I have got through the NET exam. मतलब I have passed a certain barrier of the NET exam, so I have got through. Then used to show means, a reason of something. How? You can clear this exam only through hard work. जैसे means या reason. कैसे कर सकते हैं आप ये एग्जाम को पास? Only through hard work. Next, used to indicate any activity from beginning to the end. शुरू से end तक जैसे. Small children cannot sit through a concert. Through मतलब शुरू से end तक छोटे बच्चे concert में नहीं बैठ सकते. Alright? Okay, so we have a few more uses of through. Like here, if we say when we have to talk about indicating one end or side of something or somebody to other. Like here one has to pass through the main hall to get to the rooms. So what are we indicating? One side of something or somebody, right? We are indicating the side of what? Basically the end of this main hall that you have to pass through it to get to the rooms. Alright, another usage could be to point out something from the other side of the object or substance. Let me give an example. Like here if I say, I could not see the outfits clearly through the glass. So here what am I saying is, I'm pointing out something from the other side of the object or substance. What is the object or substance here? Glass. And I'm not able to see the outfits on the other side of the object, which is the glass. Right, so that's again when we can use through. Next preposition is from. Where can we use from? Used to indicate the place where something starts or begins. Example, Ayush took out a big chocolate from his pocket. From something starts or begins. तो उसने कहाँ से शुरू करी, कहाँ से निकाली chocolate? From his pocket, from. Then used to tell source of something. This boy is from primary school. कहाँ से है ये boy? He is from primary school, primary wing. Then used to indicate the cause of something. कि किस चीज की वजह से कुछ हो रहा है, इसका source क्या है. The old man died from heart attack. From heart attack. The cause was heart attack. So it is used to indicate the place where something starts or begins. Used to tell the source of something. Used to indicate cause of something. Another preposition is the word to. This could be used to express, this could be used to express movement towards a place. My mom is driving to the bank this morning. To bank, towards, movement towards a place. यही example, this was one of the examples जो हमने शुरू में लिया था. To the bank. Towards, that my mom is driving to the bank. मतलब she is moving towards the. So the next preposition is for. When is this used? Used to specify how long anything continues. Example, Tia can hold her breath for 5 minutes. For how long? For 5 minutes. The next preposition is since. When is since used? Used to specify time from a specific point in the past till now. Example, he has been waiting here since 9 a.m. मतलब time from a specific past till now. Since तब यूज होता है जब कोई past point से रेफर कर रहे हैं अभी तक. जैसे 9 a.m. से he has been waiting, which means the period from 9 a.m. to now he has been waiting only. This is where we use since. Among. So when is this preposition used? Used to indicate group or mass or collection or in the middle of something. Example, the sweets are distributed among 5 of us. तमाम पांचों के बीच में ये sweets जो हैं distribute हुई हम सब में. Group or mass or collection in the middle of something. Okay. Then beside. When is beside used? Used to express close to or next to. For example, Diya is standing beside me. मैं खड़ी हूँ, मेरे साथ में Diya खड़ी. This is Diya. So she is standing beside me. close to me, next to me, तो उसके लिए हम beside यूज करते हैं. Next preposition, besides. Besides, B-E-S-I-D-E-S. Earlier was beside, this one was besides. Let's see where this is used. Used to express in addition to something or apart from something. मतलब 3 girls besides Diya were playing with sand. Okay, one is Diya, but Diya के besides मतलब Diya के अलावा भी there were 3 girls who were playing with sand. So besides is used when we are expressing addition to something या apart from something कि दिया के अलावा भी और 3 girls were there. Alright? So the next preposition is below. It is the antonym of above. So above जहाँ यूज हो रहा था उसके opposite यूज होगा below. It is used to show some kind of measurement on a scale. जैसे चिंकू is performing below average. हमने पहले किया था above average, जब prices हैं above average चल रहे हैं, पर अब below average, जब average से कम है prices या कम है यहाँ पे क्या So the next preposition is under. Let's see when under is used. It is used to indicate something exactly below it or less than something. Under मतलब जैसे यहाँ पे है pen is lying under the bed. जब bed के नीचे चला गया है pen and the pen is under the bed. So pen is lying under the bed. Alright? Next preposition is in front of. When is this one used? Used to indicate position just ahead of something. Now, आपके स्कूल में chairs, tables होती हैं. You sit in lines. Tables होती हैं various. तो suppose दिया बैठी है यहाँ पे रिया बैठी है. ठीक है. Here is the teacher's blackboard. So Diya is sitting in front of Riya. Okay. दिया जो है वो रिया के just आगे position में बैठी है. So used to indicate position just ahead of something. This is when we use in front of. So now the next preposition is upon. When is this used? Formal terms of on, जहाँ हमने on यूज किया था उसकी जगह formally हम यूज करते हैं upon. Let's see how. She is wearing a red hat upon her head. Similar meanings of upon, but हम इसे formally यूज करते हैं. Alright? Okay, next preposition we have is of. Of is pretty easy. You'll be able to understand it very easily even in the questions. Used to indicate any separation or disconnection. For example, if I say she turned the fan off, which means she disconnected the fan, then they went off to USA. You know, sort of a disconnection, sort of separation that, you know, they have left whatever place and they went off to USA. Right, pretty easy. Okay, next up we have this nice little category of compound prepositional phrases. What are compound prepositional phrases? These are something which act as information givers when they form prepositional phrases. Alright, they act as information givers. How are they formed? Preposition plus its object. Like here, in a prepositional phrase, the object may either be a noun or a pronoun or a gerund or a clause. And this prepositional phrase can function either as an adjective or an adverb. So what you have to remember is, and what you have to understand is, that these compound prepositional phrases, they act as information givers. And how are they formed? With the preposition plus its object. In these compound prepositional phrases, they may act as an adjective or an adverb, which we'll see in the next slides. And this object which we have here, preposition and its object. This object, it may be a noun, pronoun, or a gerund, or a clause. All right. Let's see. Like here we have, let's see, I went for grocery shopping with my reusable cloth bag. Now here with is the preposition, but here my reusable cloth bag is the object. Okay, so reusable cloth bag is what? Is a noun. So my reusable cloth bag, that's a noun clause actually. Noun phrase it is. My reusable cloth bag. It involves more than 2 adjectives, noun as well. Okay, so my reusable cloth bag is the object, with is the preposition. So this part becomes the prepositional phrase, compound prepositional phrase. These are the various examples of prepositional phrases which are formed. Like here we have because of, according to, instead of, apart from, despite of, in addition to something, due to something, result of something, causes of something, effect of, effect on, in spite of, aside from, in front of, in condition of, consequence of, on top of, in respect to, with regard to, in accordance with, in agreement with, for lack of, for want of, in case of. These are just a few examples that I have given to give you a hang of what actually compound prepositional phrases are. Alright, here we have prepositional phrases as adjectives, which means when do these prepositional phrases act as the adjectives? When do they do the job of an adjective? Now, what is the job of an adjective? To describe something, talk about their smell or taste or just the description. So let's see here. The book with the blue cover belongs to my mother. The book with the blue cover. Here the preposition is with, and then we have the blue cover. So the blue cover is the object over here, and the with the blue cover is doing what? This is doing the job of an adjective by describing what? By describing the book. Alright. Then we have all the passengers aboard the plane. Now here the preposition is aboard, and the plane is the object, which is a noun. So the object could be a noun, and a noun, pronoun, gerund or clause. So here we have a noun, aboard the plane. And this prepositional phrase, aboard the plane, is doing what? Is doing the job of an adjective by describing what? Describing these passengers. Then again, the gift inside my room. Similar explanation, the preposition is inside. The room is the object, a noun. And then inside the room, completely together, is doing the job of an adjective by describing what? Describing the gift, the position of the gift. Alright. So that's how prepositional phrases act as adjectives. Next up, prepositional phrases could also act as adverbs. Now, what is the job of the adverb? It is used to answer the questions of like how, when, where, and how often, or to what extent. These kind of questions are answered by adverbs. So let's see here. The tiger crept over the plains. Now the tiger is subject, crept is the verb, and over the plains is the prepositional phrase, in which over is the preposition and the plains is the object, and this together, the word over the plains, the one which is in bold, over the plains is the prepositional phrase acting as an adverb. Acting as an adverb how? Because it is answering the question of where. Then other, we will order pizza sometime during the next week. Here we have during as the preposition and the next week is the object. So this prepositional phrase together during the next week is answering the question of what? Answering the question of when. Alright. Next up we have, I will climb up the stairs and get your bag. Up the stairs. Now up is the preposition, the stairs is the object, and these together they form a prepositional phrase which is acting like an adverb. And why an adverb? Because it is doing the job of answering the question of where. I will climb up the stairs. You will climb where? Up the stairs. Okay. So that's how prepositional phrases act like adjectives and as adverbs as well. Okay. Okay, so let's start off with our quiz now. Okay. All right. So for the quiz, what we will be doing is, now every question you will be given 1 minute. 1 minute means 60 seconds. Why am I giving you 1 minute? Because you see, your question paper of IEO, it has about 50 questions, and so you can imagine that you get more or less a minute to answer the questions. Now this 1 minute is the maximum that you should be taking for answering the question. Now suppose there could be two three categories of students. First category is, suppose you answer the question within that 1 minute. So I would request you to fast forward the video and skip right to the answer. You should not be wasting your time. Alright. Now the other students who are not able to answer the question in 1 minute, what you do, you don't skip to the answer. You pause the video and you write down your answer. Alright, it is very important to answer each and every question because there is no negative marking. Here you see, for every incorrect answer, no points, because there is no negative marking in IEO. So it is important that you attempt all the questions. Now for a question of which you are not sure about the answer, now even here and even in the exam, if you are not sure about the answer and you maybe think that B option might be correct or C option might be correct, so you should in that case play your luck and play your mind and make a guess and still give an answer, because it is a win-win situation. Either you will get the marks for that question or you will get a 0, right? But if you don't attempt that question at all, then you are anyway getting a 0 in that, right? So it is good to attempt those questions, and even if you don't know all the answers, try to understand and take a guess. Okay, so this is for every correct answer 10 points. This is just for your own little game where you can try to maintain a notepad. So here you write the name of the chapter and then the question, and then if it is correct you can give yourself 10 points. If it is not correct, you mark it here. So it is important to see these questions, the ones which you mark incorrect. It is important to go back to them later and then see where you did the mistake. Alright, this is just for your reference. For every correct answer you can give yourself 10 points. Alright, now let's start. Alright, so here we start off with the questions of prepositions. What we have to do in here is fill in the blank with the most appropriate preposition. People climbed dash the tree to get a better view of the movie shoot. Climbed on the tree, climbed up the tree, climbed upon the tree, or climbed over the tree. Now here the correct answer is climbed up the tree. Now we use climb up something. Okay, climb up something like climb up the ladder or climb up the tree. It's a climb up is like a phrasal verb which is used when we have to talk about something that is tall and the person is climbing on it. Okay, so that's when we use climb up, from going downwards to upstairs sort of thing. That's when we use climb up. Okay, now if you see the other options like here on is used when we have to specify a designated date or week, name street, roads, etc. Alright, then we have upon is a formal version of on. Then we have over is used when we have to tell something which is like a certain period of time, or maybe tell about something which is more than the estimation. Okay. Okay, here. Will you accompany dash me to the grocery store? Will you accompany with me? Will you accompany from me? Will you accompany to me? Or will you accompany me? Now here, the correct answer is D, no preposition. There is no need for a preposition here. A person, subject accompanies subject. So you accompany me. Accompany itself means, going with someone. Will you accompany me to the grocery store? And here we already have a preposition to which signifies movement. Okay, here. After accepting the medal, Jaya came dash from the dais. Here the options are came down from the dais, came aside from the dais, came over from the dais, or came from the dais. Here the correct answer is came down from the dais. As I just now explained, up to you, down again means the opposite. Climbing down the stairs. Yeah, coming down. That is coming down from the dais, which means there must have been stairs from the dais and she came down. All right. Okay, here. Jatin has been unwell dash Saturday. Off Saturday, since Saturday, or for Saturday, or in Saturday. Here the correct answer is B, since Saturday. Why since? Because since is used when we have to talk about the duration of some time, which is from some point in the past till now. So that's when we use since. So here we are using since Saturday, which means Saturday se abhi tak this has been happening. All right. Now, if you see the other words like here, off is used to specify certain amount or number, show belongingness or connection. We have for can be used for a certain purpose or something like for how long something continues. Then in can be used for an undefined time or like specifying any shape, color or size. Okay. Okay, here, dash children, parents also attended the fun party. Besides children, along children, or from children. Okay, here the correct answer is B. Besides children, parents also attended the fun party. Now here when we're referring to besides means like in addition to children also, parents also attended the fun party. Then we have beside. Beside is used when we have to talk about like something like next to. Okay, like when where are you? I'm beside this red car, which means I'm standing next to the red car. That's why. That's when we use beside. Then we have along. Along is used when we have to say that something going in parallel with. Then from is used to tell something about a source. Okay. Alright, now next. Open your book, dash page number 64, said the teacher. Open your book above page number 64, upon page number 64, in page number 64, or at page number 64. Here the correct answer is at page number 64. Now at page number 64, at is used to tell about a definite time or a particular place. So here we are also pointing out a particular thing, which is page number 64, like we can say a particular location. What is that location? Page number 64. Then the other words, I'm pretty sure you know when they're used. I've been telling it repetitively. Okay, here health is always preferable dash wealth, then wealth, to wealth, with wealth, from wealth. Now here the correct answer is health is always preferable to wealth. Now why are we referring to here? This is not showing some kind of movement. Rather we are comparing. Okay. So prefer something to it. It is actually a phrase. You know, when you prefer something over something else, or you prefer something prefer something to something else. Like health is always preferable to wealth, which means health is preferred more than wealth. All right, so it's a phrase, preferable to. All right, next. Mario got dashed the car and drove away. Mario got in the car, Mario got into the car, Mario got on the car, or Mario got down the car. Here the correct answer is Mario got into the car. Into the car, it is used to indicate, getting inside something, that's into. Then we have in. In is used when we have to talk about like in different sizes and shapes, or certain locations also. Then we have on. On can be used about surface of something. Okay. Then down, when something is decreasing, coming down. All right. Okay, here we have Isha stayed in Kashmir dash Sunday to Tuesday. With Sunday to Tuesday, from Sunday to Tuesday, on Sunday to Tuesday, or by Sunday to Tuesday. Here the correct answer is B, from Sunday to Tuesday. From, as we know, is used to specify certain duration also. So here we are telling about the duration which happened from Sunday to Tuesday. Okay, then the others with is used to show togetherness. On can be used to for designated date or day, or tell about the surface of something. Then by can be used when we have to tell about means or methods. All right, now next, Rita will start working dash Monday. From Monday, at Monday, for Monday, or in Monday. Okay, so here the correct answer is Rita will start working from Monday. From Monday, we're talking about the duration. When will she start? From is used for certain duration. So she will start from Monday. Then we have at. At can be used for a particular place, certain time. Then we have for. For can be used again sometime for duration, for a purpose. Then we have in. In can be used when we have to talk about any undefined time, or like some faith, or faith and views, tell about faith or views of someone, or talk about specifying some shape, color, size, etc. Okay. All right, now next, smoking is a habit dash many people. Among many people, between many people, from many people, or D, with many people. So here the correct answer is with many people. Now with actually talks about togetherness. So this habit, kind of belongs to whom? Belongs to many people. So it is a habit with many people. All right. Then we have among. Among is used when we're talking about a mass, and then we talk about in sabke beach mein sort of thing, like distributing sweets among people. There's this mass and you are distributing among them. In between, the middle of something, and we are from. From can be used to tell about the source of something. Okay. Alright, now next. Are you prepared to say the truth dash his face? On his face, upon his face, to his face, or off his face? Now here the correct answer, I think pretty easy. It's a very common phrase that are you prepared to say the truth to his face, which means in front of him. Okay? Say the truth to the face. It's a pretty common phrase. Alright. Alright, now next. Raman got this place dash influence. Through influence, beside influence, among influence, or about influence. Here the correct answer is A. Through influence. Through, we're talking about the means of something. By, through, these words are used to talk about means. So Raman got this place through influence. Alright. Then we have beside. Beside is used when we're talking about like next to something. Among, about, pretty common prepositions. And that's all. With this we finish off with the questions on prepositions.
That's all for our class on prepositions. I hope you have understood what prepositions really are, when to use which kind of preposition. If you have made any mistakes in the questions, I would request you to go back and rectify them so that you don't repeat them. Keep revising and keep learning. Thank you for watching.